Hello YouTubers, Alaska Prepper here. Today we are going to review a cold weather MRE, and the main meal on this one is beef stroganoff with noodles. Now I've reviewed cold weather MREs before. Why am I reviewing one again? I had a community member ask me probably about in the last week or two if freeze-dried foods would be okay to store outside with a fluctuation in temperature from above freezing to below freezing. And it just happens that I was doing a test this year and I had placed this cold weather MRE outside well before it got below freezing and all the way to where it got to like -24 or something like that a few days ago. So I thought that I would bring it in, test it out, and see if the freeze-dried food in there is still good to go. I think it will be, but I've never stored cold weather MREs outside in the -degree temperatures like we had this year. We haven't had many of them, but it did get to -24 degrees a few days ago, and this has been outside for a few months before winter even started. So let's give it a try and check it out. Now, one of the big differences between a cold weather MRE and a regular MRE is that all of the cold weather MREs, they all come with a Mountain House freeze-dried meal in a vacuum-sealed Mylar bag, as you see here. However, I believe that they don't put an oxygen absorber in here. However, since most of the oxygen and air has been sucked out of there, I'm pretty sure that they will last a very long time, as long as they're packaged in the way that they're packaged and kept in a cool, dry place. But this one, ladies and gentlemen, like I told you, has been well above freezing, all the way to -24 degrees. So we'll see how this is. But let me show you what else these come with. And as you can see, this is the beef stroganoff. And these are double portions, all right? Cold weather MREs are made to have a little more calories. They have double portions in them. And this is actually very filling right here. I've had these before. Not necessarily the beef stroganoff and the freeze-dried, but I've had these before, and they bring a lot of food. So you can see you've got your garden variety accessory packet here. This one comes with an apple cinnamon flavored First Strike nutritious energy bar. And these are actually pretty good. I've had these before. Comes with a lemon lime beverage, kind of like a Gatorade. A vanilla milkshake, which I will not be having today because this is just so filling. And I'm a little bit lactose intolerant, so I won't be doing these today. And it also has a double-sized fig bar. So it doesn't have a whole bunch of stuff, but it really is meant to give you some good energy that will last throughout the day. So let's go ahead and open this up, see what it looks like and smells like before we go ahead and add water to it. Alright, so ladies and gentlemen, I went ahead and cut these up so that it would be easy for me to show you. And look at that, everything in there looks really good. Take a look at, those are all the little noodles in there. You can see pieces of meat in there as well. Let me give it a smell. And it smells just fine. I suspected that this would be okay in -degree temperatures and with the fluctuations from positive, from above freezing to below freezing, because that's what these are made for. However, I thought that this would be a good way to answer that question of the community member that asked, is it okay for me to keep freeze-dried foods out in the elements as long as they don't get too hot? I think it will be fine. My water is ready, so I'm going to go ahead and put 2 cups of water in here. That's what it asks for. And then we're going to go ahead and seal it up and let it sit for 5 to 10 minutes. And then I'll show you what it looks like, and I will give it a taste. I'm also going to show you what the fig bar looks like and what this energy bar looks like as well. All right, so we've got our water ready. There's 2 cups of water in here. It seems like a lot of water, but it'll probably absorb a lot of that water. And we'll go ahead and seal it up. Give it a shake. Ooh, and that is really hot. And then we'll just let it sit there for 5 to 10 minutes so that it can rehydrate. Now here is the fig bar. It's just 2 fig bars in here. Nothing really special about them. Let me give them a try and see what they taste like after being out in the weather. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is actually pretty good. The cake is a little bit crumbly around it, but it's not bad at all. Now this here energy bar, I'll tell you what, these are really calorically dense. Let me see how many calories these have. These energy bars pack 270 calories. They have 3 grams of protein, 20 grams of sugar, 47 grams of carbohydrates, and only 35 milligrams of sodium. So this here is mostly sugar. And that's what they're meant for, ladies and gentlemen. They're meant for the people that are out there, you know, humping the rucksacks, going up and down hills and mountains so that they can keep their energy up. Let me just give this a try. I'll tell you, ladies and gentlemen, anyone that can eat a full MRE, all of these things in one sitting, they've got my respect. Because this doesn't look like a lot of variety in this MRE, but man, this is a lot of calories. Same thing with this, ladies and gentlemen. There's absolutely nothing wrong with this. I am very happy to know that these will stand the test of time if you store them in -degree weather and leave them out even when it's not freezing. The main thing here is that these were able to stay well even after a large fluctuation in temperature from way above zero, like in the 60s and 70s, to way below zero, like in the -20s, in this case, -24. So that's a good thing. I'm going to go ahead and make up this lime powder, or limeade, lemon lime powder, and make it into a drink, and I'll let you guys know what it tastes like. I'll probably have it while I'm having that dinner right there. This is going to be my dinner right here. This and the stroganoff. Those two desserts, I can't handle those. It's just too much. But we'll be right back when this is ready, and I'm going to go ahead and put this into a glass. As you can see, I went ahead and mixed up my drink, and it looks like it's got some floaties in there, so it didn't all quite dissolve completely. However, we'll let it sit there for a while and see what happens. The drink pouch had instructions saying to add it to 12 ounces of water, and that's what's in there, exactly 12 ounces of water, 1.5 cups. So we'll wait for the food to be ready, and then we'll take a look and see if this has dissolved anymore. We'll give it another stir. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, let's check it out and see how this came out. It's still very, very hot, so I gotta hurry up with it. Oh, it looks pretty good. Ooh, goodness, that's hot. Look at that. That actually looks pretty good. And it smells pretty decent. It actually smells a little bit bland, to tell you the truth. It smells a little bit bland. Let's go ahead and stir it around a little bit. It is very heavy with noodles. Again, a lot of carbs in these meals. All right, well, let's give it a try. Let's make sure we get a little bit of meat here. This looks like ground beef. It doesn't look like beef cubes. It looks like ground beef. Let's take a look. It actually looks pretty appetizing. Let's see. I'm not sure if you can, how well you can see that, but there you go. I do have a little bit of meat in there. It's under those noodles. Let's give it a try. Ladies and gentlemen, I am very pleasantly surprised because remember I told you that it smelled a little bland? This is really good. You don't have to add anything to this. Nothing at all. It's not over salted for my taste buds. And it's got a very good taste. Absolutely nothing wrong with this. I'm very happy with it. Let's take a look at the drink. Well, you see the drink pretty much all dissolved. Let's give the drink a try. And the drink is good as well. Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Now you know that if you have freeze-dried foods, that they will tolerate the temperature changes from above freezing to well below freezing. In my opinion, however, it's best if you don't let them get above 70 degrees. So I would say that if 70 degrees, as cold as you can get, should be fine. But I wouldn't let them get above 70 degrees because heat is the enemy of food as far as it goes to the preservation of the food. Now let me go ahead and show you what the nutritional makeup of this is. This is a big meal, 620 calories, of which 220 are fat. It has a whopping, listen to this, ladies and gentlemen, a whopping 1,690 milligrams of sodium. and 68 grams of carbohydrates with 29 grams of protein. So you know that this meal was made for a soldier that's out in the field losing a lot of calories because of the cold weather. That's exactly what it is, a cold weather MRE. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. I hope that the community member who asked me that question watches this video, and I hope that you get something out of it. I am definitely going to reconsider storing my freeze-dried Mountain House meals in my trailer, where it does get up to about 60 degrees in the summer, because the inside of it is pretty cool in the summer because it's under the shade of trees. And, of course, it gets down to the negative below zero during the winter. So this was a great experiment. I'm glad that I did it, and I'm glad that the community member asked me this question so that I can check it out and see if it does work. Having said that, ladies and gentlemen, remember to be good to each other. When good people do good things happen. Remember to reach one, teach one, and repeat. If we all did this, the world would be a better place, and you know that it will be a better place. Many blessings to all of you and your families. This is Alaska Prepper. I am out.